So this is a short little video to show how to set up galleries and change galleries so that they are easily downloadable without requiring a password. We're going to go over how to change an existing single gallery, how to change an existing multiple galleries, and how to change a top-level folder full of galleries. And then to wrap it all up, we're going to show you the end user experience. So let's get going. So from our SmugMug page, we're going to start with going to the Organize view. And today we're going to play in headshots. So let's go down to headshots. So a single gallery, if we take the orientation leaders and we want to change that to make it downloadable with a password, we go to select orientation leaders, go to settings. We're going to go to photo protection. That's where we're going to spend most of our time today. We're going to make sure that right-click message is turned on. These are the important settings for us. Right-click message is turned on. So right-click message does two things for us. It provides information to our users and protection for us. The protection part is that it prevents people from being able to right-click and save an image without having the password. So it prevents that right-click and save capability. But it also has a little pop-up window that provides some instructions to those people who have the password and just forgot to use it or forgot how to properly download. So we're going to enable that right-click message. We're going to allow downloads and turn that on. Require a download password and turn that on. And I always like to double check my spelling because occasionally I mistype it and I wouldn't want to enter it mistyped, give it to somebody to use and have it not work. That's going to create a bad experience for them and more support for me. So double check the password, photo protection set up, and just click save. Now we could save this as a preset. I'll show you what happens when we try. I'm just going to call it new preset. Because when I hit save, it's going to say, hey, you cannot save a preset with a download password in it. These passwords are saved under a high-level encryption. SmugMug can't access them once they're entered. We can't go back and review them. So if I forget one, I can't go back and check and see what it was. And for that reason, they can't save that information in the preset file. It's a security measure, really. So I'm going to remove that preset name and say we're just going to save this gallery. So you can hit save. And I'll show you that. Let's say I created that and set it up and it's a few months later and somebody else says, hey, I need to download those orientation leader photos. Can you tell me the password for it? And I gave it a unique password. I can't remember what it was. Well, let me go check. Orientation leaders, settings, photo protection, download password. Oh, well, it's hidden and there's no way to view it. The best I could do in this situation would be to give it a new password. But let's say I gave this original password to 11 different people and one of them forgot what it was. If I come back in here and change it to something new and tell that one person, hey, here's the new password, those other 10 people now, their password isn't working. I'd have to go back and tell everybody. So for best practices, we're going to stick with a few passwords and either keep them consistent or if it needs to be unique, make a note somewhere. Maybe even make a note in a spreadsheet and share that with the department director and the assistant director so that in case one of us is out, that information is still available. So that's a single gallery. I think I'm going to hit save on that. But I want to take these two galleries and I want to update the two of them at once. And I could do as many as I want. There's only two other open galleries here. So I'm going to select those galleries I want to affect. Click settings, photo protection. We're going to turn on that right-click message. We're going to allow downloads. We're going to require a download password and click save. Heads up, you are applying the checked settings to every selected gallery, including those in highlighted folders. Are you sure you want to apply them? Yes, I'm sure. I was intentional about my selection. I know I wanted to apply those. So now for all three of these galleries, a user could go and search SmugMug without logging in, use that download button, and access their photos. Let's say we want to turn off that download password completely. So we're going to select those, go back to settings, photo protection. We want to leave the right-click message. I think that's still a useful thing to have. We're going to affect the allow downloads setting, and we want to make sure that's turned off. And hit save. Heads up, same warning. Yes, I was intentional. Those are the ones I want to change. So now if I go back and look, that no longer is available for download with a password. So that's how you turn them on and off at a gallery level. But we have hundreds of galleries, and we don't want to have to do this at every gallery level. So I could even come over here and say, hey, for all of the headshots, settings, all galleries within the folder. So it's not just the galleries within the folder, it's the galleries within this folder and all of the galleries in all of the subfolders. So it's also all of the galleries in Alumni Board, Board of Visitors, departments. It's all of the galleries in this folder and all of the subfolders. And again, go to protection, right-click message, allow downloads, on, required download password, on, and enter the download password. I've typed it so many times it's in there now. Double check the spelling just in case, and hit save. So that's how you affect the download password without login on a single gallery, multiple galleries, on a folder and all of the subgalleries. Let's take a look at the end user experience. So we've come to SmugMug, not even going to UNC Peace Official, just regular old SmugMug. You can see here that I'm not logged in, but we don't need to anymore. We're just going to use our search button, and I'm going to look for a UNCP photo of Benjamin. I happen to know that this gallery has a download password on it. This is a session we shot together, and I wanted to make these photos available to him. Let's go to this image. I'm going to download this. I'm going to right-click. Oh, there's my pop-up message. Use the download button. If you need the password, contact Willis Glasgow or Michael Liddy. Now, if my mouse is still, you'll notice that there is no download button. So in some of the parts of SmugMug, the buttons kind of come and go depending on what the mouse is doing. If I move my mouse around a little bit, oh, there it is. So there's my download button. I click download. I'm prompted for the password. And my password, I can double check that by clicking on this eye right here. Hit submit, and this gallery is unlocked. Your image is now being downloaded. So I'm just going to close that, close this. Great, but let's say I want more images of Benjamin. I don't want to have to keep re-entering that password every time I see an image of him I want to get. Thankfully, SmugMug has thought of that. So I can come here to this image and say download, and it's not prompting me for that password again. As long as I'm inside this gallery that I've already entered the password for, I don't have to enter that password again. And I'm good to go. I can keep on downloading. It's still a gallery-specific password. So if I close out of Benjamin's gallery and I go to a different gallery that is also password protected, if I go to download from Ahe, and I can use this download button here, doesn't matter which one I use, but this one will work. I'm being prompted for the password again because I haven't unlocked this gallery. But you can see it is the same password. Unlock gallery, and this one is good to go. I can grab that one as well. So that's the user experience. Nice and clean, doesn't require a login, doesn't require any extra steps. You know, if they come to SmugMug from wherever they are, they can do their search, find their gallery, find their image, no other steps involved. Thanks for watching. If you stuck it out this far, I hope it was helpful. Good luck.